Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome to Wolf Nation. My name is Mo, and today I'm gonna watch Death Note episode 20. So last time, guys, on Death Note. So yeah, last episode we had Matsuda feeling like he needed to contribute more to the investigation because so far he felt like he's just been like in the background, the errand boy, getting coffee for everyone, being Misa's manager. So he went to the Yotsuba company and he wanted to get information. So he overheard them talking about the weekend, about killing, but he ended up getting caught. So they were suspicious of him and they didn't believe that he was only Misa's manager, or even if he was Misa's manager. So in the end, he was able to get the help of L and Light and Misa, and they were able to get out of it by faking his death, which was hilarious. Him falling from the balcony, and then Weddy playing like the pedestrian who saw the body and screaming, and then we had L and Light being the paramedics. So it was pretty cool. But they do know that there is Kira is, or the new Kira is within the Yotsuba company, and there used to be 8 members, now there's 7 members because we saw that one guy who wasn't really down with all of the plans and stuff like that. What else am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything else. Weddy, she was able to, I believe, hack in and put up surveillance within the Yotsuba company, so right now they're going to be able to watch them and hear them and learn more about them. So it'll be interesting to find out who actually is the new Kira and what exactly are they going to do. I'm hoping that, somehow we get the old Light back, even though I wasn't necessarily on his side. I did enjoy the battle that we had between Light and L. It's cool that they're on the same side right now, even though L still doesn't believe that he's not Kira, but I prefer it earlier when they were really going against each other. But anyways, let's check out this episode and see what's going on. Here we go.
Now, moving on.
I believe it's someone. It can't be the bald guy.
One of their members just died, and that's all they're going to say.
Because we saw Rem
So
talk
did
to
we
someone
really pay
who had
$5
hair.
million for this report? I mean, come on, look at this. He hasn't found out anything important about L, like his name or his face. Is this Coyle guy seriously going to be of any use to us?
Hold on a second. Boyle's warning us that we can't afford to take L's existence too lightly. In particular, it says, the concentration of killings that are beneficial to Yotsuba will likely be noticed by L if they continue on Fridays and Saturdays.
Sounds like this Geraldo Coyle has figured out what we've been up to. I admit it.
Isn't that enough evidence just
At
to
any rate,
arrest all of
we
them?
should stop killing every weekend.
This is unbelievable.
But I guess
It's
they
like
want to
they're trying to
catch
confess to everything.
the real.
As long as we have this
Real
video as
Kira.
evidence, we could probably arrest all 7 of them. It would be nice if he could spread out his killings over the whole week.
The fact that Coyle noticed what we've been up to makes it too dangerous to continue killing at our usual pace. From now on, we have to be even more careful and make sure that nobody else happens to notice a trend in these deaths.
Now, on to the main topic.
Who should we kill?
I think we should focus on ELF insurance. If they expand into the Japanese
ELF
market,
insurance.
Yotsuba and many other companies will lose valuable clients to them.
Agreed. All right. Any objections to killing these people from ELF with accidental deaths?
No objections.
Is this for real?
They're a
How can
bunch
they
of
do this so
cold-hearted
easily?
motherfuckers.
Another potential candidate is Santoro Zenzai, a member of the Kugisawa group.
It's all just as we suspected. We were right.
No, unfortunately. We can only be completely sure after those people they've named are dead. We will continue to monitor these meetings and take note of what they say, how they act, and
I
most
guess they're not
importantly,
gonna
whether the people they choose
interfere.
actually die. If we can confirm the connection between their plans and the deaths, then we'll definitely be able to catch Kira.
What is it? There's no need to yell in unison.
I can't carry on knowing these people will die. That's just immoral.
Right.
Here it comes.
I know you're planning to catch Kira by letting these guys actually carry out these murders, but we can't let that happen.
That's right. It's obvious that these 7 men are behind the killings. With Matsuda's testimony and this footage,
They're right, but I can also
we
see
have all the evidence.
L's side of it.
You're making this difficult. If we were to take action now, everything we've done will go to waste.
Ryuzaki, if one of these 7 men is in fact Kira, would it be safe to say that if I try calling one of them, the odds of that person actually being Kira is going to be 1 in 7?
I'm thinking there could be more than one Kira among them. A probability of 2 in 7 at most.
If we're
No, I think
prepared
it's
to
just
let
one
them
of
know
them.
that the investigation is catching up to them,
Me too. No.
let's place our bets on these odds. Ryuzaki, I'm going to pose as L. Judging from their conversation so far, the one least likely to be Kira, but with the most influence is Namikawa.
They all said
Make a
something
call.
different.
Please use this phone. It's set up so it can't be traced or tapped.
Who is this?
Listen carefully, but don't draw attention to yourself. I am L. I've placed cameras and wiretaps throughout that meeting room. Even as I speak, I'm recording footage of your entire meeting.
The first thing you discussed was Hattori's death.
What is
Now
your
you're
plan,
debating
Light?
who to kill next.
Am I correct?
He's been watching everything.
If you are not Kira, or if you are not someone who can contact Kira directly,
Let's make a deal.
A deal?
I need you to delay the deaths of ELF's president and Mr. Sensei by 1 month. I doubt it will be difficult for someone of your standing to accomplish.
1 month.
Yes, I see.
I guess he wants to buy time so they can find
if you complete
which
your
one
end
of them
the
is
deal and
Kira.
cooperate with our requests from now on, then your crimes, no, not just yours, but everyone's crimes,
Crimes with the exception of Kira's will be pardoned, based on the premise that Kira blackmailed you into participating in these meetings.
I see. Okay. My only option is to join L. No, I'll be dead if Kira manages to find out.
So
What should
he's
I
not
do?
Kira.
If you tell the others about this call, they
So I'm
will
sure that
panic.
2 of them are not
It would
Kira
be of no advantage to you.
so far.
Everyone would be arrested immediately. But that's not my intention. I'm planning to go one-on-one against Kira.
Listen, if I win against Kira, you will be acquitted of all charges. If Kira wins, then you'll be free to carry on with your comfortable life.
Just play
Would
along
he
with
actually be
both
acquitted?
parties. Staying on the sidelines would be best. We're not in a position to lose anything regardless of who wins in the end.
You would only be at a loss if I decided to arrest you right here and now.
Damn, nice move by
He already knew what answer
Light.
I would have given.
That's all for now.
Right. I'll see you Monday then.
You really are quite amazing, Light. Not only did you manage to delay the killings, but you also set up Namikawa as a potential mole for us. Sounded exactly
Yes,
like the
he
sort of thing
did.
I would do, and you thought of it quicker than I did. At this rate, if I end up dying somehow, it's quite possible that you would be capable of succeeding me.
What? Why are you being so morbid?
That's
There isn't
quite a
time
compliment
for that.
from
We only have a month to
L.
figure out Kira's identity and gather evidence against him to prove it. This is only the
Does that
beginning.
mean he doesn't suspect him anymore?
But you were the one who first noticed the connection between Yotsuba and Kira. You actually might be more capable than I am. I honestly believe you could take this on. Tell me, if I should die, would you take over for me as Al?
Ooh.
If he is Kira and just playing innocent, he's sure to say yes.
What are you talking about? As long as we're joined
But
by
if
these,
he was
we would die
innocent,
together
why wouldn't
anyway.
he say yes to?
I see. Ryuzaki, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to tell everyone what you're really thinking right now. He thinks that if I am Kira, then there are 2 possibilities. Either I'm just pretending I'm not him and putting on an act, or Kira's power has passed on from me to someone else, and I have no memory that I was ever Kira in the first place. He's trying to determine which, if either, is the truth. The first theory, if I am putting on an act, he will never remove these handcuffs. No, even if I wasn't pretending to be innocent, I'm sure he still wouldn't take them off. Ryuzaki still believes that I'm Kira. Even if that power had been passed to someone else, he thinks that I would have planned to have it returned to me once I'm safe from suspicion. In other words, I wasn't being controlled at all. He thinks it was a plan. to pass on the power and arrange for it to come back.
It's quite
once I've been
interesting.
cleared.
Impressive.
When he had his memories of the Death Note, when he figures out, he keeps them to himself. But now, he's telling everyone.
Kira again.
Correct.
Taking on the identity of L, having the power to control the police in every country, while being Kira in secret. It's ideal.
Yes,
And
it
you're
is.
thinking I could do it. Ryuzaki.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm actually capable of becoming a murderer? Kira. Even after I help you catch him? Do I seem like that kind of person to you?
Yes.
Yes, you do. I've always thought so.
Shit. Here we go again.
Not again.
Okay,
Round two.
Once is enough. It was a draw, so let's just leave it as an even match, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
I kind of feel bad for Light,
Focus on catching the Kira
only
that's
because he
in front
doesn't
of
have
us
his
right
memory,
now.
and
As
he
long as I
believes
have
that
the
he
handcuffs,
wouldn't
we
be
shouldn't have any
Kira.
complaints.
I suppose so.
But
we only
we all
have a
know
month, so
better.
there's no time to get distracted.
Ryuzaki,
Yes?
we have plenty of footage from this meeting. Can't we use that as evidence against those 7 men and prevent the murders of other criminals?
Here we go again.
But they won't be able to pinpoint
Unfortunately, no.
which one of them is
But why?
Kira,
At the
though.
moment, we're not certain if Kira is among those 7 men. If all they have is a tenuous connection with him, then Kira will kill them as soon as they're arrested.
That's
We
true.
have to be
Kira
absolutely
could
sure that Kira is
actually
among
be
them,
none
so
of
there's no
them.
point in detaining them now. And even if it does turn out to be one of them, it will still be quite difficult to determine who the culprit is. Excuse me, but I think from now on I should go after Kira by myself.
Bill is gonna
You
get
can use
diabetes
these headquarters as
by
you wish.
himself.
I'll also be here, but we will be working independently. You can conduct your investigation under your own direction. Feel free to arrest those men if you like. I will be carrying on my own investigation. We'll only get into arguments if we don't split up and act separately.
Investigation into Light.
This is for the best.
Are you saying you're going to figure out who Kira is by any means necessary?
Yes. This case will never be solved unless we capture Kira himself. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say that preventing more deaths is pointless. But if we don't uncover the entire truth once and for all, Kira will only appear again and the number of victims will continue to
Fuck
increase.
is it?
That's why I believe it's more important to find out who Kira really is.
Light! I didn't know we were supposed to have a date. Oh, right, I should have known.
Misa Amane, tell me, do you love Light from the bottom of your heart?
Huh? Yeah. Of course I do.
But you also worship Kira.
What are you up to?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
If you had to choose between Light and Kira, who would you pick?
What?
That's a good question.
Obvious. Of course it's gonna be Light. I'm really grateful to Kira and want to meet him someday in person, but that's not true love. I definitely choose Light.
But your precious Light is planning to catch Kira. Isn't that right?
Well, yes, of course I am.
Go!
He says he wants to catch Kira. Now what will you do?
Well, if that's what Light says, then I'm gonna support him no matter what.
Okay.
So if you were given the opportunity to work with Light on this investigation, would you take the offer?
What? Ryuzaki?
Yeah, of course I would. I'd do anything I could to help Light.
Wait, hold on a second. Where are you going with this?
Did he see how she was able to
He'll tell
act
the Yotsuba members
last
that while
episode
he was investigating L, he discovered
when I
that
wants to
Misa
bring her
Amane
in?
might know who he is. He'll also tell them that L brought her in for questioning on suspicion that she was the second Kira.
That part is true.
If the Yotsuba group believes that Misa could be their lead to finding L, then they'll say that they want to meet her to discuss their advertising campaign. They'll use that opportunity to question her. Thanks to Matsuda's screw-up, they may already be considering Misa as their new spokesperson, so this could work.
Yeah, right.
We can't do that.
Why not?
This plan is too risky. Who knows what could happen?
It is
Oh,
dangerous.
wow, does that mean you're worried about me? Yay!
Listen, Misa. If they suspect that you
I
might
wonder
know
if he
what
actually
hell
can
really
ever
is,
fall
we
for
don't know
her.
how far they'll be willing to go to get that information.
No
sad
problem.
stays
I
one-sided
promise
like
I won't
this.
say anything, even if they torture me.
I can attest to that. You forget that if we win against Kira, Misa won't die. Besides, as long as we're handcuffed together, you and I share the same fate. If I die, so will you. If that happens, Misa is the one who would grieve most of all. Either we lose and both die together, or we successfully catch Kira. Which is it?
We catch Kira! I would never dream about living in a world without light.
Oh, Misa.
Cut it out! This is just crazy!
We're running out of... I've turned to her because I know her bravery and love for you is boundless.
Do you really mean it? Oh no, I think I totally misunderstood you all this time. I even called you a pervert. But you actually do understand how I feel, don't you?
Yes. Misa is indisputably the most perfect and worthy woman for life.
Yay! You're such a sweetie. Thank you, Ryuzaki.
I could actually fall for you.
Let's not go that far. But you could maybe be a friend of mine. Would that be okay?
Yes. So now I've gained yet another friend.
Yeah, of course. Any friend of Light's is a friend
Another
of mine
friend,
as well.
you're still a suspect.
Let's all be friends together.
Yay, fun.
And of course, I would never think of betraying any of my friends. With our powers combined, we'll arrest Kira.
Unfortunately, Light's taking a different investigative approach from us and will be working with his father and the others. I'm afraid it will just be you and I.
Huh? What's up with that?
Come on, El, now you're just playing dirty. You're leaving me with no other choice but to join your...
No, it's quite...
Yes, he is.
What are you talking about? Of course he'll be joining us.
That's not it either. I've been opposed to this investigation since the beginning. It's too dangerous for
hell.
her.
Oh, Light. You're so sweet. Thank you for worrying about me. But please let me do this. I want to be useful to you somehow. If I can be useful, then maybe you'll love me even more. And besides, I would gladly die if it were for you, Light.
Figuring out the logistics of arresting 7 people is going to be challenging. I don't suppose you two have any ideas. Mogi? Matsuda?
So guys, that was Death Note episode 20. So we know for sure that one of the members of the Yotsuba company, one of the 7 members, isn't actually Kira, or isn't actually the new Kira. So, and that one is Namikawa. I believe that's how you say his name. Light came up with the brilliant idea that if he plays the odds, because if he calls one of the members, he has a 1 in 7 chance that that person isn't Kira. So he called, and it was Namikawa. He talked to him and he told him that you guys are under surveillance and we know all about your plans, and we'll actually acquit everyone who's not Kira if you help out and we catch the real Kira. So he agreed to postpone the killings that they had planned. I believe they want to kill members of the ELF Insurance and another company. They postponed it in order to give Oraldo time to investigate and find out who L actually is, and then they'll go ahead and start with the killing. So again, that was a really smart move by Light. Even L said so, and he even said, like, would you consider if I die taking up the mantle of L? But that was just another test from from L. And Light, he figured it out. And unlike before, when he actually was Kira, when he found out what L was planning, or when he was being tested, he kept it to himself, and then he played the opposite of what L wanted. But this time he just came out and told everyone what L was doing, what kind of tests he was testing him with, and stuff like that. So that was interesting. So L is still 100% sure in his mind, even though he's right, that Light is actually Kira, or was Kira. So that should be interesting. The chief and pretty much everyone wanted to take the investigation a different route. They didn't want to wait until people die for them to actually get evidence into who the new Kira is. But that's what L wants, because he says if we arrest him right now, then we're not going to be able to pinpoint who actually is Kira. So he said, you guys investigate on your own and I'll investigate on my own, and then we'll see. But he did went ahead and recruit Misa, knowing that if he has her on his side, then most likely Light will have no choice but to join. And he wanted to use her because of the fact that she was arrested and she is under the suspicion of being the second Kira, and he wants Ibar to continue, posing as Araldo and tell the Yotsuba company that he believes that Misa knows who L is and that she was a suspect in being the second Kira. That way she gets, that way the Yotsuba company brings her along and pretty much interrogates her, and L is hoping that he can get more information that way. Misa, she's down for anything that's gonna help out Light. Even when L tested her, like, would you choose Light or would you choose Kira? She said hands down Light. I kind of feel sorry for her because, it is totally one-sided right now, the relationship. But I was wondering before, like, will he actually end up, developing feelings for her? I can see that happening if he stays without his memory of being Kira, but if he gets his memory back, that's highly unlikely. He'll just continue to use her. But anyways, I was saying before, I hope it picks up, because I've been missing that kind of dynamic that they had between Light and Kira, Kira and L. And ever since Light, lost his memories regarding the Death Note, it's felt like the competition is a little bit down, because right now they're working on the same side. So right now it does feel like it's going to get more interesting, and I'm definitely intrigued to find out how it's actually going to pan out, because we're going to have Light, Misa, and L working together. I believe Light's going to end up working with them and not with his father. And then we're going to have the Chief and Matsuda and Mogi, doing their own investigation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode, guys. And as always, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Until next time, guys.